Hello and welcome to the British Columbia Arena. The Beavers and the Scorpions will take on one another in a best-of-3 series here tonight in the West semifinals of Season 9. Thank you for tuning in to the SPL Network. My name is Darth. Let's get to know who's going to be on the ice for this matchup here tonight. Both sides very accustomed to each other throughout the regular season. Both teams played each other 3 times throughout it. Syracuse Scorpions getting the better side of them once, but not twice, as British Columbia won out the head-to-head record between them, taking home 2 of the 3 games in their favor. But Syracuse ending the season 7-3-0 on the season, seeded them out to be the third place team amongst the standings. Of course, British Columbia finishing 9-3-0, have themselves the 2nd seed. Both these teams looking to take on SPL's best in the terms of the West Coast, and we'll see which one of them comes out on top here tonight. Of course, a lot of Easterners are being presented here in this matchup. There's a few other caveats we got to go through now that I'm thinking about it more often, but we do have a couple East Coasters in this matchup here tonight. Most of Syracuse is from the East Coast, mostly from Central. But Hex, the captain, followed alongside Mace, C-Man, Rominator, and J-Man. A few pro players on the left side of your screen. We'll keep an eye on them as the night progresses. Of course, for British Columbia, they have Pediatric Patrick once again in the captain's chair for the Beavers, followed along by Oregon Capybara's very own Kurt and carried by Dad. The tag team duo might be on the ice here tonight alongside Dynasty and Oro. It's had a few other players throughout the regular season. Fuico comes to mind alongside of, I think he played 1 game with them. He played 2 games, Lil Arnie. Notorious for his Western prowess whenever it comes down to the ice. But we're going to see what happens tonight. Both these teams got a lot of talent on their sticks. Taking a look at the players to watch going into tonight, brought to you by Oddshot Games. Hex is the man to watch for the Syracuse Scorpions. He has the most goals and the most points throughout the Western Division during that regular season. He doesn't have a whole lot of saves, but he does a whole lot of pushing on that offensive side of the puck. Of course, Pediatric Patrick on the other side of that coin has a lot of fame to his name as well in terms of offense generated off the tip of his stick. 25 goals in his 11 games played, 3rd best goal scorer in the region. We'll see if he can keep up with what Syracuse is going to be putting down here tonight. It's going to come down to who can shut down the transitional game, who can have the most shots on the net, and I think the team that does that will come out on top. The middle goal scorer between Hex and Pediatric Patrick is, of course, Crooks from the Albuquerque Agitators. Another man that's right in that top 5 is Milk from the Agitators as well. Milk has the same amount of goals as Pediatric Patrick with 25, and Crooks has 26. So Hex is a little bit above the ranks whenever it comes to the goals column, but we'll see if he can keep it up. The playoff pressure is a little bit more immense. It's a little bit more purified, and it's a little bit more refined whenever it comes down to it. But taking a look at the team statistic as we go over the last time these teams have met each other. The first time they met each other, it was the 17th of April. British Columbia came out with a 13-3 victory over Syracuse. After that, I think it was May 1st. Syracuse came out with a 10-0 victory over British Columbia. Syracuse played C-Man, Mace, Rominator, and Hex. Hex 4 goals, Rom with 4, Mace with 1, and C-Man with 1. British Columbia had Dynasty, Pediatric Patrick, and Fuico on the ice for that one. None of them were able to find the back of the net in that middle chapter. But the third time these teams met on the ice, the Beavers had a little bit of revenge stored in their heart. They played all 5 players. Patrick, Oro, Dynasty, Kurt, and carried by Dad. Carried by Dad and Dynasty had 4 goals each for 8, and the remaining 1 was done by Pediatric Patrick to take out the Syracuse Scorpions 9-8. Syracuse goal scorers were Mace with 6, Hex with 2, Rominator had 3 apples on the night, and that was the end of his calling card. But taking a look at the stat columns on your screen right now, neither team really has found a whole lot of shots against to deny. The top save makers normally get their bread and butter against the refinements on the ice like this. I'll see if I can pick up something specific, but no. Carried by Dad had the majority of his saves against the Syracuse Scorpions. So we'll see if history repeats itself in that right. Hex had half of his saves against the Beavers. So you got to have a shot against to save the puck. And both these teams we'll give it around 30% of their saves have been made against one another tonight. So it's going to come down to defense. It's going to come down to how well they can shut down that transitional game. Whether or not they can do that will determine their fate. Taking a look at the playoff bracket as it sits right now, the Albuquerque Agitators took out the Hot Springs Hot Doritos in a 2-game sweep during the first round, the semifinals. First game going 5-1 in Albuquerque's favor, and then the second game a little bit more lopsided with a mercy roll, 11-1, the final score of that one. We got 3 games to play tonight. We'll see if we do, in fact, play all of them and go the full stretch of the walk. British Columbia, Syracuse, no stranger to one another. Of course, Syracuse, a lot of Central, a lot of Eastern natives. I think British Columbia is built entirely out of West Coast natives. I can say that for a fact about Dynasty Patrick, carried by Dad and Kurt. I don't know about Oro, but I assume with his roots set in the Edmonton Beauties franchise, he's in fact on the West Coast as well, possibly around Edmonton. But we'll see how she goes. We'll see how she kicks it, and we'll see how she feels about it. But both these teams sure to put on a good show for us here tonight. Kurt, Dynasty Pediatric Patrick in the lobby for the British Columbia Beavers. And we await our opponents. Word on the street, I sent Hex the lobby information, and he said currently playing a Valorant match. This was 10 minutes ago. Currently playing a Valorant match. They're 12-12, so best of luck to them. If they are a little bit late, they are a little bit late. It is what it is. One other caveat, during the last few seasons of the West Coast Slapshot, we have implemented the rule that the home team gets to pick which server we play on. So for the first game and the third game, British Columbia is deemed the home team. Syracuse will have the second game if they do want to play on either Central or West. So they will have that pick of the draw. So odds are that rule might push us into a game 3. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding that rule whenever it was implemented. But I think it did more good than harm. But that's just my opinion as the guy that implemented that rule. That's just my opinion. But yeah, as we wait for more to follow into the lobby, that's all the more tags I got. That brought us out to a minute shy of start time. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, Syracuse Scorpions, they've been around for a hot second. Hex, whenever it comes to his West Coast, he started, I think it was last season, with the Cotacook Demons, turned Syracuse Scorpions for this season. Really had a great season last time around. 11 games played, 44 goals to have with it. Seaman with the Scorpions. I think this is his first season in the West Division, trying to handle that ping. Mace has played a few times around. I remember back in season number 2, me and him both played for the Maui Monkeys for a short stint. That was a hot second ago. But maybe that was season 3. I think that was season 3. The Maui Monkeys had a rough time trying to get starters to, be available for start times back in that season. But I remember I had more goals than Mace on the Maui Monkeys that season, and that's my biggest call to fame outside the casting booth. But yeah, Mace has been playing on the West Ping for quite some time. Raminator doing the same for a hot second now. But yeah, they're starting 3 on both sides of the ice. A bit of a mystery, a bit of a shroud of illusion. But going off the just the pure stats that we have in front of us, you can kind of see who's played the most. Probably going to play even more here tonight. Both Patrick and Dynasty are in the lineup. Kurt also alongside with it. Not sure if Oro will be around to play any of this best of 3, but if it does go all 3 steps of the journey here tonight, we will be here until about 11:30 here on the East Coast. Hex just joined the lobby for Syracuse, and I'm sure the rest of his team will follow along with it. Raminator just joined in. I'm assuming the other man will be Mace. Maybe not. Hex said I lost. Can we get an F in chat for Hex's Valorant? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen these two teams play whenever it comes down to the West Coast. I don't cast a whole lot of Western games because I just never know when they are. We're just waiting on one more for Syracuse right now. Hex Rominator in the lobby for the Scorpions. Kurt Dynasty and Patrick out there for the Beavers. And yeah, whenever they're ready to go, we'll get this one down on the ice. I'm still learning this game, but I love it so much. I feel that. Just wait until hour 50. That mentality might change. Maybe just a little bit. It is nice having the huge influx of players that we've had recently. I'm actually able to get lobbies that are my skill level, and so I can kind of get better at the game as well. I probably have 100 hours playing it. I'm banking on like a little over 1,000 hours casting it. So my rank is pretty strongly gold if all of the players that I played with weren't from the Pro Division. So it's a little bit boosted. My name is Darth Taxil. I'm the commissioner and lead broadcaster for the Slapshot Premier League. Did I write down the roster wrong? All right, so Kylar is on the Scorpions roster. Who did I put in there instead? J-Man. J-Man is not on the Scorpions roster. I made that. That's unfortunate. So that's going to change some of the predictions if I do say so myself. Kylar, Western native. I think he moved to the East Coast back in season number 4 of the Slapshot Premier League, and we'll see what's going on. Just making sure we have the right server selected before I get this one down. I don't think C-Man knows this is going on right now. He might not. That's a bet that I would be willing to take. I just got out of a game with C-Man. He said this game is next week. So I'd wager on him not knowing right now. But we do have Hex Rom and Kylar in the lobby for Syracuse. Kurt Dynasty Patrick for the Beavers. Only one person waiting for a ready up from, and that's Pediatric Patrick. So whenever he's good, we'll get this one underway. And as I speak of the devil, we'll get this one down on the showcase. This is going to be taking place on the Western server. Scorpions on the left side of your screen wearing the pink. British Columbia on the right side wearing the brown. As the puck is dropped, the game is on, and time is underway for the first time here tonight in this best-of-3 series. Kylar looking to the near side, looking to jive his way top side. The forehand pass goes off the far side wall. Here's Hex with it now. Hex out in front. A forehand shot scoring, and Syracuse on top early on here in period number 1. 14 seconds elapsing off the clock, and a great shot rifle to the top right corner, right where you stick the stamp. And the difference is already on the board. Good shot, Dynasty, getting that block down to the near side wall. Rominator not having no for an answer. Look for the passing lane to the top side point. Looks to carry the bag himself, but not able to get that one through the defense. Hex tries at it. Kurt slaps it loose to the neutral zone. Here's Kylar down to the near side. Pediatric Patrick getting a stick on it, but not able to follow it up. Kylar near side, stopped by Patrick. Patrick off the forehand, not able to swing that one back to Dynasty. Dynasty fighting Hex on the near side wall. Patrick trying to get it as well. Dynasty off the backhand. Hex gets it loose. Off the backhand, looks for the pass out in front. Kurt there plays defense fabulously, keeping the puck back behind his own goal line. Off the backhand slap goes top side. Rominator out to the neutral zone. Kylar with a shot deflected wide by Patrick. Hex here looking to collect his thoughts off the backhand. Hex top side, slapped loose by Kurt. Pediatric Patrick getting a piece of that one, but Kylar remains in possession. Hex tries to chip it back towards his 3. Kylar pinches it off the boards. Patrick 2-on-1 off the forehand. Pass stopped by Rominator as he slaps that one down into his own end wall. Kylar finds his way to Hex, right back to the center to Kylar. Kylar here for the Syracuse Scorpions, looking down the near side to make this a 2-goal lead. Off the wall, finds Hex. Hex off the backhand, not able to get the shot release. Good interference by Patrick, getting a little bit of physicality on the line. Kurt down low in the offensive zone, trying to get this one through. Kylar comes out victorious. Dynasty picks up the loose puck at his own goal line, looks down the near side wall. Off the forehand, a good shot, but a better block there by Rominator. Kurt tries to get it back, but Hex says no. Hex on his own defensive end here for Syracuse, sends that one back over to Kylar. Kylar to Hex down the near side wall, just past Dynasty as he gets back into the race. Gets back on his high horse, gets some good hustle in there. Stopped by Rom. Hex with possession. Near side looking for that passing lane back out to the point. Kylar shot stopped by Kurt. Kurt with an empty 4x6, but a good stick check by Kylar keeps that one rolling. Patrick tries to find possession. Kurt with a shot. Nice block there by Kylar. Kylar near side with 3 minutes remaining in the first. Goes wide of the cage. Dynasty, a sigh of relief, heard all the way to Timbuktu. Hex with a shot, goes off the near side and wide. Kylar low. Rominator with it now. Looks for the passing lane near side over to Kylar. Kylar has to fight Dynasty for the puck. Pediatric Patrick goes up against Hex. Hex off the forehand, stopped by Patrick. Here's Kylar with it now for the Scorpions. Kylar taking his time, getting some breathing going. Hex with it, backhand. Rom, top side, out of the face-off circle. Dances his way down center lane, gets the puck on the hip of Hex, just not able to pull the trigger. Here's Kylar. Kylar, neutral zone, top side, tries to find a shot line, goes off 2 foreheads. Dynasty, being the ladder, finds possession back out to the neutral zone as it's knocked loose. Patrick sends this one back on the defensive side for the Beavers. 2:14 to go here in the first, here in game number 1. Dynasty, top side, Kurt, backhand. Pops it out in front, nobody in a brown jersey to send that one packing. Patrick looking for the bank pass to himself, not able to get that to it before Kylar. Hex with a shot, Dynasty with a save. Dynasty down low in the near side corner, trying to get this one through Rominator. Dynasty down low. Hex reads it beautifully. Takes this one out in front of forehand try. Not able to get that one to go. Patrick top side. Kylar with the puck now. Kylar, far side face-off circle in his own defensive end. Able to get past the captain from British Columbia. Hex loses that one. Tries to get that one towards the crease. Was not able to push that one through with a little bit of wind and puck luck. Kylar down low. Dynasty picks it up. Gets it past Hex. Back out to the neutral zone. Shot taken. Hits the post, and that one rings wide. Out towards the cage. Hex tries to get this one out in front. Backhand shot just wide of the cage as well. Dynasty out to Patrick. Stopped by Kylar on the first try. Patrick regaining possession. Nobody there to really give him a passing lane to work with. Kylar sends this one topside. Rom with a shot. Nice block there by Kurt. Kurt near side. Patrick stopped by Kylar. Kurt with a shot off the near side of the cage and wide. Here's Kylar with an out with 1:06 remaining here in the first. Scorpions lead at 1-0. That much to be sure. Kylar, forehand sends this one down and in. Hex here picks up the loose pieces. Forehand shot. Beautiful save by Dynasty. Dynasty with another block off Kylar's attempt on the near side slot. Kylar from the hip. Kurt goes off Rominator. Shooting. Nice save by Dynasty again. Keeping that one down to the near side. A forehand lob out. Gives himself some time to recompose himself. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Kylar to Hex off the backhand. Holds, pulls, finds Rom. Rom top side. Looking to break this one down to the near side. Hex here finds his way off his backhand towards the point, but nobody there to pick it up. Kylar going to have to trail after this one with 27 to go. Kylar top side. Finds a backhand pass down the straight over to Rom. Rom shooting, hits the post, comes back out. Hex here tries to hip check that one back over to Rom to take that one away. Rom here fighting for his rights to party in the far side corner of the Beavers zone. Sends this one to the near side wall. Here's Hex with an out. Dancing, shooting, scoring. And that one goes ringing off the top shelf. Another call to fame. Makes it a double here in the first period. A great shot. A great angle. And Kurt just had to sit back and pray it hit him, and it did not. With only a dime of time left. Will they have a chance to get another one? Rom trying to make the magic happen. 3 seconds out of the Hex, not able to catch it in stride, and that one will do it for the first period of action. Syracuse up 2-0 at the end of one. What more will they have to show us here tonight? 5 shots to nothing. They've done a fabulous job keeping British Columbia out of the shot lanes. And the Beavers playing a little bit passive during that first period of action. Not a whole lot. There's a few moments where Patrick would have it in the offensive zone and just did not have any real passing lanes to send it off to. But we'll see what this second period has in store for us as we're back down on the ice here at the BC Arena. British Columbia right side in the brown, Syracuse left side in the pink. And we're underway here in the second. Hex off the forehand, out in front, finds his way to Rom on the near side point, pulling down low against the enemy end glass. Dynasty getting awarded that save, shuffles that one out of the crease. Here's Kylar with it now. Kylar to the near side. Kurt there, staying in the passing lane immediately. Dynasty taking the shot in the back line, as you can see. Kylar trying to find any lane to open up off the near side. Hex here tries to get that one off, but the ping might have just been a little bit too much for him to handle to get a good shot. Hex off the forehand. Dynasty stick checks him away. Battle out in front. Rom tries to get that one on the backhand, just not able to do so. Patrick, Kylar goes off Kurt to the near side. Pediatric Patrick, a hard angle. Will he be able to hit it? Pass out in front, and Kylar keeps that one on the near side post. Kylar off the backhand. Top side to Rom. Rom shooting. Nice save by Dynasty. Dynasty taking this one down low in the defensive end. Loses that one. Hex out in front. Kurt keeps it along. Here's Kylar with the takeaway. Shot towards Rom. Scoring off the deflection shot. And it's 3-0 now. Everybody getting a piece of the pie in that play. Kylar the primary assist. Hex with the secondary assist. And Rominator with the icing on the cake to make it 3-0. Kurt lobs it off the far side window. Rom with an answer. Not able to send that one packing. Hex down low in the offensive zone on the near side wall, trying to find his way back out to Rom. Rom shooting. Nice save by Dynasty. 10 shots to nothing. It's hard to get something generated whenever there hasn't been a save made from Syracuse. Kylar near side. Hex here trying to get this one down low. Popped out to the point. Shooting. Nice save by Kurt. Sent off to the far side. Rominator trying to battle for it on the far side face-off circle. Kurt trying to get this one back at his own end wall. Rom down the near side, almost able to get the forehand to go, and off of Rom's body, Hex's shot goes wide. Patrick, topside point, shooting. Nice save by Kylar. Kylar, perfect so far here tonight. We'll see how long he can keep that record up. 3:10 to go here in the second. Here's Rom shooting, scoring. Oh, what an angle. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Absolutely stellar shot from Rom. Just mere inches off the goal line. And with accuracy like that, you could give a fly a haircut. 3:06 to go here in the second, and it's 4-0 for the Scorpions. Dynasty back in his own blue line, looking down towards the near side. Had the straight for a moment, but he has it no longer. Hex takes it away off the back end, looking for the chop towards the cage. The ping got the better side of him on that one. 2:50 to go here in the second. A toss out to the neutral zone for Kurt and Kylar to battle with it, and we see the victor in front of us now. Kylar, his own corner, cuts it across over to Hex. Hex in a bit of trouble, sends it right back. Kylar with 2:35 to go here in the second. Looks to make this a 5-goal difference. There is a 10-goal mercy roll if we ever hit the difference. Hex walks it in, and we have 5 on the board. Out go the hats for that man. Everybody getting a piece of pie again. Rom off Dynasty. Hex walks it in, sweeps it under the rug, and says goodbye to that chance. As we're halfway through the matchup, we're halfway to a mercy roll. If that difference ever does hit 10, we call it early and walk into the next matchup. The server change for the second game, if they do deem it, will be interesting to see how different the Scorpions might play when we're on if they elect to go to a central server. Whoever's the home team can pick West or North American Central for their match, and this one is British Columbia's pick as they are the higher seed. They get the first and third game, so Syracuse will get the middle pick. Kylar. Looking towards the near side for a passing option. Loses it. Dynasty takes it. Forehand. Shooting. Hits the post off the double doink. Top side. Rom gets this one out towards the other cage. Dynasty might. He does. Oh, what a save. Just barely able to get back by the skin of his teeth and the seat of his pants. Able to keep that one from happening. Hex down on the near side corner. Doing the best he can. Top side out to the point. Rom with it now. Forehand shot goes off Kurt. Kurt with nobody to pass it to. Trying to get this one through the weeds. Rom gets this one loose near side. Kylar tries to help it along, but Kurt sends that one north for the winter. 1:22 to go here in the second period of action. 5-0 still our score. Kylar, top side, gets this one through the traffic. Rom with a 2-on-1 shooting, hits the side of the cage, and that one goes wide. Kurt off of Hex's hip, finding its way back to his forehand. Backhand, trying to get around Kurt. Backhand shot hits the near side of the post. Goes off to the near side riverbed. Patrick, Kylar. Sent back over to Patrick with 60 seconds to burn here in this middle chapter of play. Goes off Hex towards the cage. Will it go in? Hits the post, and we have a British Columbia goal for the first time here tonight. The Beavers on the board for 1. A fortunate bounce. Will that be enough to break through the gears that have been churning? You can smell the smoke from up here. The amount of thought that went into that calculation of a shot. Dynasty shooting. Kylar with a save. Sent top side. Rom trying to get this one back downtown. Hex. Forehand. Patrick gets it downtown for the boys in brown. Here's Kylar with the puck now for the near side. Looking to take this one out for the Syracuse Scorpions. Dangled off to the near side. A little shot. Long distance one. Patrick on his angles. Ready for that one. Hex here with possession with 30 seconds to go. Patrick down low in his own defensive end. Looking for a handle on it. Hex has the better side of it. Kurt loosens it up. Kylar with a shot, goes off Hex. Here's Dynasty with it now. Hex takes it away. Off the back end, shooting, scoring. Oh, what a takeaway. If you don't have an opportunity, you might as well make one yourself. Hex, absolute domination in the offensive zone. Had 3 players to tell him no, and he found a goal because of it. 5 goals the difference once again here in the middle chapter of Game 1. Only a dime left here in the second. Dynasty on the top side battling it out with Hex for their respective teams. Dynasty looking to keep this one down behind the goal line, and he will do exactly that. British Columbia able to get on the board here in the second, and it's 6-1. They're getting the gears churning. It's all a warm-up game, but they need to surmount a little bit more in terms of shots on goal. 15-3, a very daunting difference out there on the ice. Rominator doing his due diligence. 2 goals out of the team's 6, the other 4 by Hex. Of course, Kylar heading it up back in the defensive side. A great takeaway ratio for him. And, well, British Columbia Dynasty, long-distance shot, solid connection here tonight. We'll see if he can keep it up as we go into the third period of action. So we're back down on the ice here at BC Arena in British Columbia. The Beavers on the right in the brown. The Scorpions left side in the pink. The puck is dropped, and the final period of Game 1 is underway. Kylar looking near side. Hex here off the back end. Shoots, scores. Nobody picked him up, and he's just going to walk that one home every day of the week. 9 seconds into it. Kylar, great pass out to Hex. The bank pass. Find another at the back of the net at the end of the play. And that might be the final nail in the coffin. I know we've only played 10 minutes and some change in this matchup, but a 6-goal comeback I don't think I've ever seen in an SPL game above the intermediate level. Let alone a playoff game. Dynasty trying to take this one away. Hex trying to get his stick in the works. Good fight. Finds Rob. Back out to the neutral zone. Kurt here takes it away. Off the back end. Shooting, scoring, and the Beavers are on the board. Able to find a way to just push it through. If you just push it hard enough, eventually it'll work. My solution to most things in life comes out in the game here tonight. 37 seconds into it. 38 seconds into it, 7-2. How's it going, Iggy? Hope you're having a great day. It's been a while. Dynasty with a great save. Taking this one back to the near side point. Out through the neutral zone. A shot made. Kylar with the answer there. Patrick in front, scores. And we have another one to his calling card here tonight. 3 on the board. Beavers. I'm not going to say the word, but they're doing well right now. Rom off the panhandle, taking this one down the near side wall. Kylar tries to get it back for the boys in pink, sent down low. Here's Kurt with a takeaway, finds Patrick near side, looks for the pass out in front, fakes it out, shooting instead. Almost able to get Kylar to bite on the passing attempt. Rom topside off the backhand, stopped by Kurt immediately. Kurt not taking no for an answer, trying to get this one off his stick. Patrick topside, tries to get a step on Kylar, but Kylar is able to get that shot blocked away. 3-minute 40 here remaining in the third period of game number 1. Patrick leaves it alone. Hex there, the first man to it. Going to take this one back for the Scorpions. Patrick low. Kylar with it lower. It's like shoddy out there. You get it? Because, like, the apple bot, whatever. Anyway, Dynasty here with it now. Taking this one off the tip of his stick. Hitting it with a pickle jabber. Off the backhand. Going to dump this one down and in. A foot race between Patrick and Kylar. Looking to come out for the Scorpions. Near side. Kylar in danger. Tries to get this one back to the neutral zone. Kurt here tries to find his way off the forehand. Finding Patrick. Back in. Over the stick of Kurt. Kurt back out to the point, keeping possession back for the British Columbia Beavers. Here's Dynasty with an out with 3:04 remaining here in the third chapter of Game 1. Off the near side, Dynasty trying to get this one through the traffic. Hex, adamant on the stick as always. Kylar off the hip, goes off Kurt. Kurt got to take this one down into the Syracuse zone. Here's Kylar with it off the forehand, sent over to Hex. Hex off the back end, wheeling, shooting. Good save there by Dynasty, sent off to the near side wall. The shot difference is apparent, but the score is not anywhere near as lopsided as it is on the board. This third period, Beavers getting the better side of chances so far here tonight. We'll see if they can keep it up as we hit the midsection of this third. Rom topside, polling, shooting. Nice save by Dynasty. Hex tries to sweep it up, but not able to get the shot released. Hex in the far side corner trying to dance with the devil. Back out to the point. Here's Kylar. Kylar shooting, scoring. Off the backhand, rips the net through and through. And if you put a hole in the net, would it be more or less holes in said net? I don't know, but Syracuse has found the back of it 8 times here tonight. With 2:18 to go, his comeback journey has just gotten that much harder. Kylar back in his own corner. Stopped by Patrick. Backhand shot goes off the near side wall and wide. Hex to Kylar. Kylar with 120 seconds left, if I did my math correctly. Kylar, Rom shooting wide of the cage. Rom. Kylar, backhand swing and a miss. Goes off Hex to Patrick. Patrick here with the possession for the Beavers. Off the near side. Going to dump this one down and in. Give his boy some time to breathe. Kylar trying to get through. Hex at the point. Back to Kylar at the red. Kylar off the backhand. Sent to the near side corner of the Beavers zone. Hex here regains possession off the backhand. Kurt going to follow after that one. Hex near side. Here's Kurt with it now. Oregon Copy Bar native sends this one down the ice. Good shot by Hex. Goes off the near side into the corner. Rom back near side. Goes off Kylar. Low. Kurt out to Pat. Not able to catch it in stride. Would have been a breakaway. Would have been an easy shot. Not able to take it quickly enough. Patrick to the point. You're going to have to trail after it. Dynasty last man back with $1.05 remaining here in the matchup. Hex off the backhand. Top side. Patrick with 60. Patrick, forehand shimmy, goes over to Kylar. Kylar here with the puck now. Top side, finds Rom. Rom at the far side blue line. Scoops it off the backhand, and it goes. And the Scorpions find another tag to throw onto the tally board here tonight from the point. A backhand scoop. That's all she wrote there. Textbook takedown, 9-3. Dynasty towards the top side of the ice. Trying to find his way through. Scoring off the backhand. Able to find a way to lift it off the back. Making a total sum of 4 for the Beavers here tonight. Had the open shot, a very narrow corridor, but he flies it down the eye of the needle perfectly. 42 seconds remaining here in the third. Beavers still kicking with a little bit of life, getting some morale. Hex died. He was shot right at his desk. Kurt with a shot goes off the near side and wide. Here's Kylar with it now. 30 seconds remaining. They have 5 goals to burn if Hex actually did die. Kurt near side. Off the back end. Looking to scoop this one down and in. Patrick out to Dynasty. Shooting, scoring, and they have 5 on the board. 19 seconds to go here in the semifinals game here tonight. If there is another player on hand for Syracuse, he can sub in, but once he does that, Hex can't come back until an intermission. That's the official SPL ruling on it. Shooting, scoring, another one. And that might make a few Syracuse fans nervous. 11 seconds to go, 3-goal gap. It might be a thing. That's interesting. I'm not going to say anything outside of that, but we'll just let the cards lie where they might fall. Kylar taking it away with 5 seconds remaining off the back end. Gets it out. Dynasty keeps it in off the back end. Shooting goes wide off Rominator, and that will do it for game number 1. 9-6 the final score. Hex with a bit of connection issue there late in that third period of action. But here at BC Arena, game 1 goes Syracuse's way. 22 shots, 9 goals for the boys in pink. 9 shots, 6 goals for the boys in brown. Passing game a little lopsided. Possession game relatively close, all things considered. Uncontested puck possession is that stat line. 3 minutes, Syracuse had the puck without somebody able to stick check them. British Columbia had about $1.20 in the other side of the debate. Taking a look at the stat lines, Hex had 5 goals, Rom with 3, Kylar with 1 for their total of 9 that game. Rom had 10 shots out of the team's 22. Almost the majority of the team's offense generated off that one-man stick. We'll see if he can keep it up going into the next matchup. But Pediatric Patrick with 1, Kurt with 2. Dynasty had a hat trick during that matchup. And they're going to be tested. They're going to be tested again here in the few coming moments. We'll see how these boys fare on the Central server. Syracuse electing to go with it. We'll let it be so. And we'll see how they go. British Columbia, all being from the West Coast, are going to have a bit of a stint in this one. This second game might be a little rougher. All 6 parties ready to rock, ready to roll. C-Man is in the lobby for this one, so if Hex does die again, we will we'll be able to replace him, so to speak. But the puck is dropped. The game is on here in the first period of game number 2. The boys are back on the ice here in the Central server. Yeah, you can see kind of the ping difference on my end on the bottom left of your screen. Last game, I had about 80. This game, a little bit 20. So I am from Pittsburgh. So take that as you will, as the East Coasters will have much better ping. You can see Kylar way more confident with the puck back in his own defensive end. Yeah, he's reeling about it. Rom shooting, goes out to Hex. Hex pulling, not able to get that one through the defense. Someone waltzes its way down the near side wall. Hex takes that one back towards his 3. Here's Kylar with it now, down the near side. Tries to fake out Patrick with it. Off the back end, swing and a miss, goes off Patrick. Hex trying to bring this one back for the boys in pink off the back end. Scoops that one coast to coast over to Rom. Rom fakes it out, goes over to Kylar. Kylar down low in the enemy corner, finding its way out the far side wall. Rominator here at the point, trying to bring this one out and around town. 4-4 to go here in the first. Nobody with a shot yet. Kylar looks top side. Tries to fake him out with that off the end of his own cage bank pass that we see a few times around the pubs. Kylar looking for the passing lane down the straight. Here's Hex with it now. Hex. Good shot attempt. Kurt denies it immediately. Rom catches it off the panhandle backhand, trying to scoop this one down the near side into the offensive zone. On the ice right now, I believe Kurt is the only player that plays in the East Coast League. He plays in the Challenger Division for the Oregon Capybars with Carried by Dad. Carried by Dad not on the ice here tonight for the Beavers. Kylar plays pro with Rom and Hex alongside of him up in the pro division. Good shot. Nice save there by Patrick. Sends off the near side. Hex trying to pick it up. Pediatric Patrick takes it on the defensive end. Finds Dynasty through the transition game. Trying to find a way through Kylar. Not a whole lot of luck there. Looks for Patrick for help. Hex down the near side. Tries to take this one into the offensive zone. Backhand pass over to Kylar. Kylar here for the boys in pink. Crosses that one over to Rom. Rom on the far side point. Shooting. Goes off the near side and wide. Dynasty scoops this one out of the defensive end. Here's Kylar. Looking out towards the top side. Rom with a shot. Kurt with a save. X picking it up back to the point. Rom down towards that near side. Patrick picks it up. Forehand. Not able to get it released. Kylar keeping that pressure applied through the neutral zone. Top side finding its way towards the far end of the ice. Rominator cuts it over to Hex. Hex off the back end trying to find his way through the traffic. Hex shooting. Far side and wide. Here's Rominator with it now. Kylar to Rom. Out to the point. Patrick after it. Kylar with better body position. Looks down to the near side. Banks it off the wall. Hex picks it up off the backhand over to Rom. Scoops this one back out neutral zone. Kylar will be the first man to it with 2:02 to go here in the first period of game 2. Patrick loosens it up down to the near side corner. Looks for the passing lane. Top side. Going corner to corner over to Dynasty. Dynasty returns the favor down to the near side wall. Here's Patrick with it. Backhand scoop over to Dynasty. Dynasty. Backhand. Forehand. Scoops it over to Patrick. Patrick trying to fight his way through. Hex shot by Kurt. Not able to go. Kylar there, keeping on his shot lane. Topside Rominator goes off to Hex. Hex to the near side, trying to waltz his way through the opposition. Kurt with a bank pass, not able to find himself. Hex stays on the puck, top side. Kylar looks to Rom. Rom off the backhand, scores! Top shelf where you keep the peanut butter, and it's 1-0. With a minute 28 to go here in the first. Great pass, great shot by Rom. Finds a way to split the defense like Moses split the Red Sea, and the difference is on the board. Kurt looking to get away down Center Avenue. Kylar trying to pick this one up. Piece together the loose pieces down the near side wall with $1:16 to go. Dynasty trying to get through Hex. Kylar here with possession out the backhand. Losing that one over to Rom. Rom top side finds Hex. Hex down low out to Rom. Almost a give and go play of beauty. Just not able to take that one back up. Patrick's dumped down, met by Kylar back in his own defensive end. Dynasty there to apply the pressure. Hex here with it now. Off the backhand, stopped by Kurt. Dynasty getting this one low. Kylar with the first step. Patrick with the better one. Taking his way top side over to Dynasty. Shooting near side and wide. Patrick backhand. Stopped by Rom. Rominator for the boys in pink. Hands this one over to his 3. Here's Kylar top side looking to get this one through. Dynasty getting a piece of that one. Hex off the backhand chip goes over to Kurt. Kurt off the backhand. Finds Patrick. No. Kylar with a takeaway off the backhand. Taking this one downtown for the Syracuse. Goes off. Hex over to Rom. Rom on his stick. Trying to find a passing lane to work with. Dynasty not giving him anything easy. Kylar finds Rom. Rom out to the point. Not able to find a pink jersey. Hex trailing after it. Tries to apply that pressure. Forces turnover on the near side. Patrick stick checked away by Kylar. Does. Okay, cool. I might need that if I sneeze. Kylar near side. 10 seconds to go. My push to mute is intact. Thank God. Hex. 3 seconds. Point. Rom shooting. Hits the post, and that one goes wide off the blocked shot. Kurt able to get that last save as we go into this first intermission. 1-0 is our score. 3-0 are our shots. Syracuse. Not much has really changed here in the Central servers. Beavers playing more conservative because of the higher ping. Syracuse playing more confidently as this is more their speed. With the second period of action, ready to rock, ready to roll. We're back down on the ice. Syracuse left side in the pink, British Columbia on the right side in the brown. The puck just dropped. The game is on here in this middle chapter of Game 2. Kylar looking to bide his time near side over to Hex. Hex here with an empty net. Will he touch it over to Rom? He scores. And everybody getting on the calling card here tonight. 2-0 now the score. And I'm getting a faint sense of deja vu on that play. Game 1, period 3, a similar play happened. 11 seconds into this one, we find another one. Channel points are real money. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's very clearly that it's tangible. You can go buy a soda pop with it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Rom, Hex, shooting, scoring. Oh, what a shot. Great play. Great setup. Just sit in the right scoring spot. As soon as you get the puck, scoring chances will come your way. 3-0 now the score. Syracuse finding the better side of the chances so far here in a match like this. Last game, it took British Columbia 3 periods, or almost 3 periods to find a shot on net. Kurt here trying to make that a little bit different. Patrick topside, goes from the corner, topside point. Hex takes it away over to Kylar. Kylar down center lane, not able to find the pink jersey. Kurt goes topside, Dynasty shooting, save off Patrick, and it goes. I don't believe that for a second. Can we get a goal line replay? The proof is it beeth in the pudding. 3-1, now the score. I can't believe it. There's another one. And it's 2-3. How the turns be tabling. Kurt, the face-off master. A little spin to win. Beyblade impersonation at center ice. Not even a minute into the second. British Columbia, 2 shots, 2 goals. Scoring, and there she goes. Oh, the Lord yeeteth and the Lord yoinketh away. It's 3-3. I don't know how this happens, but it be do tumbling. My goodness. Beavers 3, Scorpions 3. Not even a minute into the second period of action. Kylar topside to Hex. Hex here with a little bit of adrenaline in his blood. Scoring off the forehand, and just like that, the equalization has been nullified with a great backhand forehand shot. And Kurt, none the wiser. Rom, forehand, stopped by Dynasty. Dynasty on the near side, forcing Hex towards the top side of the wall, finding his way back out to the point. Here's Kylar with an out. Patrick getting a piece of that one off the backhand at the red line. Hex here, follows back, helps out his team. Forehand pass, Rom, shooting save made by Dynasty. Kylar with the puck now back at his own hash marks. Kurt takes the center lane away. Kylar leans near side, tries to cut this one back across, finds a deke out, not able to get the pass down low, but Rominator will be the man in possession. Backhand shot saved by Dynasty. Here's Kylar with an out, top side over to Rom. Rom free as a bird, trying a forehand shot off Dynasty, hits the far side of the cage and barely goes wide. Hex here trying to wheel its way back out to his 3. Kylar finds Hex. Hex down low at the end wall, trying to find his way back down to the far side passing lane. The point pass is there, but no longer. Hex, forehand. Out to Kylar, shooting, scoring, and there's not much you can do as your defenseman on that play. There's not a whole lot you can other than just rush the shooter. Dynasty did it, just didn't have the better side of it. It's a game of chance, and you roll the dice, sometimes you pay the price. That rhymed. 2 goals now, the gap. Syracuse up 5-3 here in the second of Game 2. Shooting, scoring, and there's another one. 3 unanswered goals from the Syracuse side of the ice with 2:46 remaining. Kylar with a great shot from the point. Hex there just to be an insurance marker on it. And the cards, they be falling. Where they will land, we'll see where they go. Kurt near side. Hex trying to battle it out for the boys in pink. Able to do so off the forehand. Shooting, hits the side of the cage, and that one remains wide. Dynasty, Hex, battle for possession on the near side corner. Back at the end wall, Dynasty had the better body position, just not able to get on the train in time. Hex, Rom, down low to Hex. Hex back out to Rom, near side over to Kylar. Kylar backhand shooting, save made by Kurt. Rominator looking down low. Kylar goes over to Pediatric Patrick. Kylar topside, Hex here takes it away, off the forehand, shooting wide of the cage, off the near. Kurt, Rom. Rominator. Top side. Dances out 1-2. Almost able to get the trifecta of awesome. Kylar. Rom shooting. Save made by Kurt. Rebound comes back out. Patrick here at the far side of his own point. Rominator getting a piece. But Patrick will remain in possession. 1:53 to go here in the second period of action. A long distance pass just barely misses Dynasty's stick. Kylar to the near side. Looking to cut this one across the grain. Dynasty gets a piece of that one. Kurt back to the defensive end, just wide of his own cage. He knows where he's placing it. Hex against Patrick. Hex takes it away. Off the forehand. No shot there. Sends this one near side out to the point. Kylar, forehand. Shimmies that one along to the top side. Back over to Hex. Hex with a forehand chance. Shooting, scoring. Oh, what a play. Oh, my goodness. Just so much seasoning on the pasta. You didn't even see that there was food underneath it. That was beautiful. Spicy. 7-3. Syracuse finding a way to get those pucks in the back of the net. Throwing the biscuits in the oven until they're done. Dynasty. Looking to take this one top side. Kylar with it now. Looking down across the way, trying to find a passing lane to open up. Kylar stopped by Pediatric Patrick. All the way back down into his own defensive end. Kylar top side finds Rom. Rom with a pass to Hex, and he scores off the backhand. 8-3 now the score with a minute remaining here in the middle chapter of Game 2. And the curtain slowly closing. Patrick near side. Forehand shot goes one to the far side corner. Here's Dynasty with it now. Kylar collapsing on him, trying to force that takeaway. Dynasty. Not a whole lot of passing lanes to work with. Kurt top side just behind him. The pass comes out to the defensive end for the Beavers. Kurt with no one to pass to finds Hex off the backhand, finding his way over to Kylar. Kylar at the point, dances his way in, finding his way back out to the neutral zone. Patrick here tries to get a piece of the stick on him. Dynasty, a few good stick checks. Shooting, scoring, and they find themselves with goal number 4 on the board. After 5 unanswered goals, the phone finally was picked up off the hook. Mom's been calling for a while. With 27 seconds to go, British Columbia now up to 4. Kylar here with the puck, top side over to Rom. Rom off the back end, hits the end window, finding his way back over to Hex. Hex looking down towards that near side. Kurt here off the back end, trying to spin that one past the 3, but not able to get it past a solid object. That was Kylar. Kylar stopped by Patrick. Kurt trying to help his teammate along down in the far side corner. 3 seconds to go. Dynasty down low, out in front. Patrick catches it, but it's not going to be in time as that one goes by the wayside. Great scoring chance at the end, just not quick enough with it. 4-8 our score. Syracuse up in the battle here tonight. 15 shots to 5 is a handsome sum between these two teams. But taking a look at the further in-depth stats as we look to get this third period underway here in a moment. Rominator 2 goals, Hex with 4, Kylar with 2. Bert 1, Dynasty 1, Patrick with 2. Back on the ice here for the final time, maybe tonight, but at least for game number 2, we know that much is certain. Third period is ready to rock and ready to roll. Time is underway. Shooting just wide off the near side. British Columbia defending the right cage as always. Syracuse defending left. Kylar with a shot goes off Hex. Hex top side over to Rom. Rom back at the point, looking to bring this one down towards the near side. Kurt takes it away off the back end. Shooting, scoring! And they have a little bit of life in those lungs. One goal or one shot shy of perfection on their shot percentage. 18 seconds into here at the third period of action. They have already found a mark to stick on the board and have something to pin on the fridge when they get home. Kylar with a long-distance bomb goes wide. Rominator the first man to it. Off the back end, hits the side of the enemy cage. Kurt directs that one into the corner. Patrick there to battle it out with Rom. Hex gets involved. Rom near side, trying to find a way to pass this one back out to the point. Hex picks it up, throws this one back downtown, and they will remain in possession. Here's Kylar with the puck down towards the near side with 4:17 to go here in the third. A bank pass out to Rom. Rom shooting, saved by Kurt into the near side corner. Hex to Rom, shooting wide of the cage. Here's Kurt with a now, once again, cuts it across over to Patrick. Patrick with a 2-on-1, passes this one a little behind Dynasty. Outside Rom. Rom dancing, backhand shot, saved by Kurt, goes off to the far side wall. Patrick here trying to get a piece of this one back off the backhand. Rom takes it away. Hex here tries to get a shot attempt. Rom just going to look at the hold the W key. I had so much faith that was just going to somehow magically go in, but great defense from British Columbia. Able to keep that one out of the back of the twine. Hex near side. Patrick keeps it low. In pursuit, Kylar and Kurt for their respective teams. Kylar gets the better side. Rom near side. Hex with an empty 4x6 shoots wide of the cage. Gonna think about that one later on. 3:32 here in the third period of action. 8-5 still our score. Dynasty, near side. Hex, looking to wing this one near side. Dynasty shooting, scoring! Oh, what an angle, what a shot, what a spot on the net to pick that one apart with. A beautiful handle off the forehand rift. And there was not a lot of room for error on that shot lane. 2's the gap. 3 minutes to go here in the third. That shot goes wide. Kylar here taking this one up down low in the corner. Kurt. Kylar to Hex. Hex out to Rom. Dynasty getting a piece of that one, keeping that one wide of the cage off the near side. Dynasty trying to tread his way through the waters. Rom top side. Kurt trying to knock that one loose. Dynasty awarded that block off to the far side. Trying to get that one down the straight. Goes off Hex. Hex looking for the pole. Finds Rom. Rom shooting near side and wide. Dynasty forehand. Lobs this one into the O zone. Kylar with 2 minutes 50 remaining here in regulation. Pediatric Patrick slaps it loose. Hex here with an out. Sandwiched between two Beavers on the far side wall. Able to find that forehand scoop back over to Kylar. Kylar top side along the wall. Finding his way over to Hex. Hex from the yellow finds Patrick. Patrick for the boys in brown finds Kurt. Sends this one down low. Kylar wings his one near side. Here's Rom. Backhand. Hex. Forehand. Sends this one back to Rom. Shooting save made by Kurt. Kurt then through the neutral zone. Not able to get that jive down center lane. Here's Kylar shooting, scoring. And out go the hats for that man here tonight. 9 goals into it. He's got at least 3 of them for the boys in pink. With about 2:18 to go here in the third period of action. It's a 3-goal gap. Kylar taking this one back downtown. Off the backhand, sent down low. Kurt here with possession. Goes over to Dynasty, back downtown. Rom picking it up for the boys in pink. Dynasty here trying to get back with his router intact. Hex. Dynasty. Hex with it once more. Backhand pass. Kylar trails after it. 1:45 to go here in the third. 6-9 is our score. Rom, near side pass over to Hex. He takes it back up in the corner, out to the point, finds Rom shooting, scoring, and out go the hats for him. 10 goals into it with 1:36 remaining. The gap is now 4. Syracuse is picking apart the defense. X after this one, trying to find its way. Top side wall. Rominator here with it now. Hurt to Dynasty. Looking for the shot, not able to get that one past Kylar. Kylar with possession. Patrick keeping it low. Pass out to the point. Dynasty, forehand, backhand. Trying to find his way through the weeds. Hex looking down to the near side corner for a little passing lane to open up. Gets this one over to Kylar. Kylar looks top side for Rom. Doesn't like what he sees, sends it near side instead. Here's Hex with 60. Going to bring this one back out and around town. Top side over to Rom. Hurt. Almost stuffed by a Hex. Sends this one down the near side. Here's Kylar with it now. Going to break this one down the near side wall. Backhand shot by Kylar. Goes wide of the cage. Good try there by Rominator. Goes wide. Hex down low. Kylar. Looking for the shimmy top side. Dynasty taking it away. Hex trying to feed this one back on the defensive side. Dynasty finds Patrick down low. Trying to get this one out to the crease. Just not able to do so. Kylar, great defense. Pass 2. Trying to take on the third. Off the back end. Hits his own teammate on the shot release. Dynasty going to free that one up. Kurt tries to get this one through the neutral zone. Here's Patrick with it now. Off the back end. Not able to chip that one in towards the cage. Off the near side wall as it comes all the way down the near side. Rominator hits Dynasty. Back out to Patrick. That will do it for the series as the Syracuse Scorpions walk into the championship series, take on Albuquerque here in the upcoming week. 10-6 the final score here in Game 2. That went a little bit differently than I thought. I saw the firepower that British Columbia had to put out there on the ice, and they kept it close. 4 goals, only the difference in that second matchup. And the shot totals tell a different story, but the only column that really matters on the ice is that goals column. Syracuse 10, British 6, and it's a rough one. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow here in the semifinals, but you know, they played as they will. British Columbia had a great season here, season number 9 in the Western Division. Hope to see them back whenever we open up signups. I think it's on the 28th is the official date when we open up registrations for Season 10. Season 10 should start the week after 4th of July. So take that as you will. Good stuff from both sides of the ice. 92 passes, almost 3 minutes of puck possession once again from the Syracuse side. Kyle R had 3 goals, same with Rom. Hex had the other 4 for the total of 10. Taking a look at the takeaway ratio, Hex played a fabulous game, very responsible with the puck, turning the puck over only 4 times, taking it away 8. And on the flip side of that coin, Patrick 2, Kurt 2, Dynasty 2 for the total of 6 for the Beavers. And yeah, fewer shots, but they were true whenever they needed to be. Just not true enough to take it away. Kurt played a fabulous defensive game, 9 saves out of the team's 13. Absolute stunning play here tonight as we look to take this one into the night. It's getting late. Mom said bedtime was at 9. It is 11. So I'll do my math homework and go to bed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little bit older than that. But either way, thank you for hanging out, watching some good old-fashioned Slapshot with me. Thank you for the big names in red for supporting the channel as always. Eli Irvion, Jaystronics, Min Snowda, Gubby, M-Dub, Unglued Snail, Maney, Q-Silver, Cloudy, Davo, and Renard. I saw a few of you guys asking about hybrid in the chat, and my only knowledge nugget that I can give to that conversation is XB4 that plays for the Cedar Rapids Cottonmouths, does play with a hybrid setup. So if you want to take notes about how to play, watch some of the Cottonmouths matchups and see if you can figure it out, because it's a difficult one. I know the first player to play hybrid professionally was Rodeo back in Season 2 of SPL. It was a very, very strange decision to make. Back in the Slap 1 days before this game, there was a game called just Slapshot. There was no rebound to it. The puck never left the ice. That's basically the game. There was only mouse and keyboard support up until, I think, Season 3 of SPL back then. We reset the counter after we hit rebound to just separate the arrows. But there was only keyboard mouse, so whenever controller was first introduced to Slapshot, it wasn't great. It was very difficult. The lag hurt a lot with it. Then Rebound came along and changed everything. But everybody's muscle memory, the thousands of hours put into keyboard mouse, transitioned with them. And so that's why we still have keyboard mouse players around. Otherwise, I think controller would have dominated the scene. If this was just a fresh game, there was no history behind it. But yeah, if you're gonna start, try controller first. If you don't like it, if you've never played with a controller in your life, go to keyboard mouse. But if you're under 20 ping, it does not matter. Controller above 20 ping is pretty much where you gotta be. But yeah, it was a good broadcast. Thank you for playing. British Columbia and Syracuse. Hopefully I'll be around for the finals match. It's going to be a good one. It's a best of 5 for the Western Chip here this season. But yeah, I think that's all I had to address. I'm looking through my notes to make sure I didn't miss any just basic announcements. But I think that is all of it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching Slapshot with me here on the SPL Network. My name is Darth. Hopefully we'll see you in the next broadcast. But with that being said, hope you all have a great afternoon, a great evening, and a great night.